Are we ready?
All right, ready.
No bras required. The podcast where two girlfriends talk about everything from diapers to death and do it all braless and brutally honest.
I'm Megan. I'm a mom of four, lifelong educator, dance studio owner, coffee and wine snob, and never afraid to speak my mind.
And I'm Patty, mom of three, teacher turned leader, dance boss, loud laughter, tequila enthusiast, and professionally unfiltered.
Together, we've got over 30 years in education, 7 kids, 2 studios, countless bottles of wine and tequila, and a whole lot of stories to share with you.
What's No Bras Required all about? It's a space for women like us who are juggling life, entrepreneurship, parenting, work, marriage, friendship, grief, joy, chaos, and just need some real talk.
So, whether you're sipping wine in leggings, hiding in your car, or rage cleaning your kitchen, we're here for you.
Hey, Megan.
Hey, Patty.
How you doing?
I am here this week. How are you?
Living the dream, as always.
As always. All right, you born ready for this?
Oh, yeah. Born
All
ready.
right,
Born ready.
all right, friends. Well, welcome back to No Bras Required.
Mm-hmm.
So, today we're admitting something out loud. We are way more glued to our phones than we'd like to be.
Truth. We're telling our kids to look up from their phones and stop checking emails. And meanwhile, we're scrolling recipes that we have no intention of actually cooking.
For shame. I feel judged
Seen?
right there. Seen, judged.
Judged?
So this episode, it's not about ditching screens altogether. It's about reclaiming our presence in small, imperfect ways because real connection is where the magic happens.
Yeah. And like full truth, I am going to be razzed by my husband and kids on this one. They'll be like, you are talking about putting the phone down. It's gonna be great.
Same. In a couple episodes before, I talked about my time limit that I made
Mm-hmm.
for social media, that 1 hour. And I definitely got that from my husband. And he was like, So, where's that 1 hour time limit there as you're sitting here on the couch pretending to watch a show and just scrolling? I was like,
Mm,
yep, I hit
guilty.
ignore.
Guilty. Yeah. And we're
Guilty.
it is so hard because you're trying to show up as a present mom and a present studio owner, but you still want to be able to scroll TikTok in the bathroom, which after this podcast may be the only place that you and I can scroll our phones.
That's right. I don't know. We're moms, Patty. I don't know. Your kids are out of the house, but mine will still find me and bother me in the bathroom. So,
Mine too. Like I still got one at home and they have no qualms about, hey, what are you doing in there?
yeah. Yeah. So we're talking about the digital tug of war that
Mm-hmm.
we're all in. I mean, connection versus distraction. That's really the big thing today. And how phones are both our lifelines and our biggest thieves of attention. So let's unplug long enough to at least record this
Record this
episode.
episode. Yep.
We'll see. See
Long
how
enough
we're
for that.
doing. It's
Oh,
always an adventure.
yeah. So let's talk about the phone reflex. Um, I know like as a studio owner and somebody like we teach dance for a living, we know about muscle memory
Hmm.
and the habits that we create. And it's like, oh my gosh, like I Todd had to run and take his parents to an appointment early this morning. And so you know how you wake up when things are just different? Like, so he's not in bed next to me. I wake up. First thing I did was reach for my phone. And then I was like scrolling. And it's like 4:30 in the morning. And I'm sending my family things that I think are hilarious. It was actually Joe Coy, a stand-up comedic bit about his mom making fun of him for not being able to find his keys.
Nice.
I'm going to send it to you later. It was amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, it was amazing. But
Can't
it's
wait.
like it's 4:30 in the morning.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, well, I don't know. I this morning
Mm-hmm.
again, just gonna air all my dirty laundry. I should be getting up at 5 to get ready to then do my workout at
Mhm.
5:30. And it was cold. It's cold here. Okay, and don't laugh, Patty. You're gonna laugh at me. But all my Southern friends, you understand my pain at this moment. Patty is gonna laugh because this is warm to her. I learned in Canada that they think this is like short weather, but
Because it
it,
is. But go on. Go on. You know I love you. You
you
know.
know, I just not made that way. So it is 50 degrees here. It is cold and rainy and just, I know. So, for
Clutching
those
my
of you that
pearls.
are cold,
All right,
no,
I will stop. Go on. Go
I
on.
know. I'm in my fuzzy, fuzzy sweatshirt, my fuzzy pants, my
Mm.
fuzzy like socks. I was under the blankets with my fan on because I know, because I can't be hot, but I can't be cold. And I just didn't want to get up. And so I laid in my bed and I just scrolled. I don't even know what I saw. I don't even know what was on there. Like I looked through our chats and, what everybody said last night in our different chats that, and then I just scrolled.
Hmm.
I have no idea. I really have no idea. And I think that's the problem. It's like doom scrolling. You're just
Yeah.
going through, and I don't even know half of the people or things that are on my Facebook feed anymore. It's
I
not people
know.
I know.
I know. Like
Yeah,
when I get the birthday notification, I have to look to see how I know some of them. And I'm like, that's weird, but I'll still wish you a happy birthday.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. But yeah, yeah, no, I know. And well, and I don't see updates from people.
Hmm.
It's just like random
Yeah.
things now. And but yet still scrolling.
Yeah.
And we'll sit there and do that, you know. Uh, ooh, I don't know. It's
Well,
hard.
I mean, let's face it, the people that are creating Facebook and Instagram and TikTok know what they're doing. They know, I think they understand brain chemistry better than a lot of our medical professionals do. Like those dopamine hits hit hard. And when you get that notification on the phone, the instinct is like, oh, like it's almost like the phone ringing on the wall back in the days
Mm,
when we were growing up, right? Like everybody ran
yeah,
to the phone to
yeah.
see who wanted to talk to who. So it's always been around. It's just now we have it in our hand and we never put it down.
All right, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Are you leave the notifications up?
Mhm.
I'm fine if there's a bunch of numbers, notifications, all of that on your feed or on your home screen,
Okay.
or I need all notifications clear.
As we're having this conversation, my email is currently sitting at 6,335 unopened emails. I think I'm going to go with the I'm okay category.
Oh, I love you. But you stress me out.
Oh, let me tell you, I have been in business meetings where I've taken my laptop. My laptop looks like my brain. Like there I can't even count how many folders on here. And like every piece of real estate on the home screen is taken up.
Now, I will say I have 3 different Google accounts.
How do you not run a studio with three different Google accounts, though?
Right, right, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have the studio one, I have my personal one, and then I
Mhm.
have my school work one. And so I have 3 different, Chrome
Mhm.
things. And then each one of those probably has at minimum 6 or 7 tabs
Yeah.
open.
Open.
My school one, I think, has 20. They're so tiny. They don't even have like a letter anymore to them. It's just so many of them. But I'm scared to close
Oh.
things because even though it's in my drive, I don't know that I can find it. But yeah, it's my brain. It's my brain on
Mhm.
life. I don't know. I mean, it's not on drugs, but I don't know what to say. Like, this is what it looks like inside my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, my phone, it is because I am a zero inbox person, I have to clear my emails. I've read them all. I won't say that I've organized them and filed
Mhm.
them and I'm not that OCD. But the notifications on my phone, like the little numbers on my folders, make me crazy. And I need them to go away.
Oh.
I do. I
See, like
don't like
I
it.
open my email daily,
Hmm.
but I read the important things and I leave the like Sephora notifications unread. I'm just like, I'll come back to you when I want to, Sephora. And like this is gonna make you even like more stressed for me. I have been religiously working on cleaning it up for
Oh,
about a month. So this is the best my inbox is.
okay. Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I
No,
know.
I will.
It's hard for a lot of people.
Yeah, I will say like my what is it? Promotions and
Hmm.
social media folders or whatever, I don't look at those. Like I'll just if I open the app on my phone, I'm just like click 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 delete. I
Yeah.
don't even open them. But if it's on the computer and I don't have to see them because it'll just pull up the inbox, then it's fine. They can sit there and I have hundreds of them because they email you so many emails. And I'm like, I don't even know how I signed up for your newsletter, but thank you. Um,
So I heard a great tip on this. When
yes.
you purchase something online and you have to
Mhm.
put your email in or you sign up for a club, put your first name and your last name, but use your middle name as the company that you are purchasing it from, and then you know who's selling your stuff. I
Oh,
know, right?
very
I
interesting.
was like, whoever
Mm.
came up with that one was wicked smart.
I used to have an email that was just like if I was shopping
Hmm.
email, and I would put that one in. And so, like, all that junky stuff would go there. And then I just got tired of trying to remember what that was. And
Yeah.
also, it was not Gmail. So then it was like a whole nother email box, and it just didn't help. And then when Gmail merged all your inboxes together on the app and you can see them
Yes.
all, then it was like, well, then what's the point? Like, why?
Yeah.
So it is what
Yeah.
it is. But yeah, so, looking at it, your thumb knows the route, like it's muscle memory to get to
It's
Facebook
so well trained.
or Instagram. In fact,
Yeah.
I've probably looked at it in my sleep. I'm almost positive I have.
Hmm.
But, our kids are watching and they watch us unlock
Yes.
our phone and like look at it like there's something magical that's going to happen. And they're doing it too. And then we're fussing at them to put the phone down.
Yeah. I had a great conversation in studio oh, actually, that was this week on Monday with some of the girls because Charlie and I at home are trying to minimize our screen time. And so she's done gray screen because she said when you lose the color, it's less attractive. And so her
Right.
screen time has gone down because she's grayscale, gray screen. I don't know what it's called. I'll have to ask her, but
Oh,
she's doing that. And then she's actually got an app and it's a little pinto bean that knits things and it knits when you're not on screen. And so the more it knits, you can sell the knitting to purchase things for the little pinto beans room. It almost reminds me of, was it Tamagotchi? Tamagotchi?
yeah.
Like the little
Yeah.
pet. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Our little
So
pet in the thing.
yeah, so she's bought her little pinto being like a rug for his room and from stay. So it rewards you for
For now.
staying off your phone.
Huh.
I find for me, if I put my phone in my room the second I get home from work, like from the studio, I do better. And if I get up in the morning and just leave my phone as an alarm clock and go downstairs and start the workout and I'll sit at my desk and do my emails,
Mm.
I do a lot better productivity wise. Today though, like you're saying it's cold. It's snowing here. So yes, I do. I'm like,
Oh,
okay, princess. Um,
I'd die. I'd die. I like
it's
Patty. One day I
beautiful
would really
though.
love for us to live in the same place, but it's
Oh,
gonna
me
have to
too.
be warm, like below the Mason-Dixon line.
And that's totally, I'm fine with that once I'm through menopause because I went and stood on
Okay.
my deck today and went like, this is beautiful. It's
Oh
the
yeah, I
temperature I
bet.
need so bad. Um, I'm just going through it right now.
Mm.
Yeah. And then I talk about it with people in my life, and then everything on my phone is about menopause. And I'm like, don't do that to my system because it already knows that we're here. I don't need reminders. Thank you very much.
Well, that's the scary thing about the phones too, is how much
Yeah.
they listen. I
Yeah.
mean, we'll have conversations and then all of a sudden I'm getting all the ads. Remember
Hmm.
stuff you talked about before the cleaning of the sinuses?
Yes.
That is all I saw for days after we talked about that, and I didn't even have my phone open.
Did you get rocket fuel ads?
I did.
Did you
Hmm.
buy some?
No, I
Oh,
did not.
okay.
Um, yeah, but
It's
no,
good.
it'll come
I'm
back
still
now.
pushing it. Still
Yeah.
pushing it on everybody I know. Um, so what happened? Did you didn't realize that your kids copied until it kind of slapped you in the face? Do you have an example?
Oh, um, so okay. This is terrible. Again, I'm just going to air all my dirty laundry today. This is Deep Confessions by Megan.
Ooh,
Patty's got the cup. But so Ryan, I would carpool drive him. There was nobody else in the car. So anyway, but I was his chauffeur to and from school every day.
yeah. Okay.
And it was a 35, 40-minute drive from school to our house in the evenings because of traffic and all of that. And we were talking with Reagan. She was just getting her license, and we were talking about, being a good driver,
Yeah.
not on your phone while you're driving. You need to pay attention. You need to, you know, do all the things.
Hmm.
And Ryan goes, "Well, Mom, you're on your phone all the time when we're driving home from school." And I'm
Us.
like, busted. True. True. I mean, it was. I picked him up at 4 o'clock,
Mhm.
4:15, and that is the time that everybody's getting to the studio. Teachers call out, nonsense happens. It's like
Mhm.
everything just kind of hits the fan. And so my studio manager and studio director would be slacking me and need answers to things, and they knew that they couldn't talk to me earlier in the day. So, like, they had a window of time
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
send me things. And then the kids would be like, the phone would buzz and then my watch would buzz. That's the worst, is because now wearing the watches, you know more about what's going on in your phone than you would if it was not
Yeah.
connected. And so the watch would buzz, and then I'm trying to look at that, which I'm like, okay, that's more distracting. Let me grab the phone. I'd start at the stoplight,
Yeah.
scrolling through or responding, but then the light turns green and you got to go. So then you're like trying to finish while I know it's terrible. Arrest me, put me in jail, and let me sleep for about 3 weeks. That'd be fantastic.
But
Um,
you can't go to jail, remember?
I know I don't look good in orange.
And you're too pretty for prison.
Well, I don't know. With all this gray hair, I might fit in really well lately. But yeah, so he fully
Yeah.
called me out. And then the kids will too. Like if they knew I was supposed to be in the car and they were texting me, and then I would respond, and then they would respond back, "Are you driving? What the hell? You knew I was in the car."
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm at a stoplight. I am stopped and I am responding to you at a safe moment. Thank
Yeah.
you. Turds. Like,
I know, but they just want you to come home alive the same as you want them to come home alive.
I know. I
And the
know.
parental guilt is real.
Yes. Yes, it is. And it is. It's a terrible habit. And I've started putting my phone like in my purse, but the phone is connected to your freaking car, it's
Mhm.
connected to your watch, it's
Mhm.
connected to everything. You
Yeah.
can't not be somehow on it. I mean, and it's terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Technology can be great, but it's terrible.
I I remember when I first started teaching, and I taught I taught in town, but I also taught at a few remote studios, and one of them was about an hour and a half, 2 hours away. And this was before I had a cell phone. I did some of my best thinking on that car ride. And I think about like
Mhm.
our parents' generation and how, like you'd take a road trip and yeah, there'd be some fighting because you have all these kids in the car and there was no iPads, there was no phones, but it was also some really great family time. And when I think about kids and how they're growing up and the mental health issues that are facing our youth today, I really do think a lot of it is attributed to the fact that we don't live in a society that necessarily does supper at 6 p.m. anymore with the family around the table. I never grew up with that. Both my parents were shift workers. Like mom was a nurse. Like it just wasn't our reality. But when we were all home, we all got together at the table. Like we wanted to visit. And my friends used
Mhm.
to comment, they're like, is this like, are you guys putting on a show? And we're like, what are you talking about? And they're like, do you actually sit and talk with your parents like this? And it's like, yeah. But I think our house was maybe the fun house too. Like you were allowed to be real. You just weren't allowed to be continuously dumb in the same way. You're allowed to be dumb on this, but then you have to show improvement. You know what I mean? You couldn't be dumb on the same thing twice in a row because now you've escalated from dumb to like stupid.
Right.
So I think we kids don't have like we might have more time together, but we don't have as much access, like real access to the people that we love and we share a home with.
The connection.
The
We're missing the
connection.
connection piece. Like
Yeah.
we are more connected than ever, but we are because of phones, because of technology, but we are so
Disconnected.
disconnected in that personal, like
Yeah.
face to face,
Yeah.
way, human connection,
Human. Well, and
human.
even like when we grew up, if you wanted to be mean to somebody, you had to do it to their face. So you had to experience their feelings, their reaction, do you know what I mean? And
Uh-huh.
so I there were like I don't know if there was less of it, but now with social media and everybody talking about it, like you go on to like some of your community chats. Do you know what I mean? Like what's
Oh,
happening
they're the
wherever.
worst.
And it's like nobody can ask a question or share an opinion without being attacked. And that takes an effect on everybody's nervous system, whether you're a part of it or you're just reading it. And I think that's why the world feels such a heaviness.
We're on high alert all the time. I
High
mean, you just
alert.
never know what is going to trigger somebody and what
Yeah.
you're going to be attacked on.
Yeah.
Um, and there's the keyboard warrior stuff is
Mm-hmm.
insane. But the funny thing is, so going back to this idea of connection and but yet being so disconnected, there's been this huge push now to ban is probably the wrong word, but to ban phones from school.
Mm-hmm.
And so our state passed it
Yeah.
this past summer,
Yeah.
and it went into effect this year. So at no phones are allowed in elementary school, period. Middle school is not allowed to have phones. They
Mm-hmm.
can have from bell, first bell to last bell.
Yeah.
It is gone, put
Yeah.
away, not to be pulled out, not to be seen,
Yeah.
even at lunch.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh,
then, yeah, even at lunch. Yep.
interesting. Cool.
Yep. And then for high school, which I don't understand this because this drives me crazy, being in a high school, they're allowed to have their phones between classes so they can have them out in the hallway and then they can have them at lunch.
I think that's what we're doing here. I don't know about the elementary and stuff, but they pass the same thing. So there's no phones. They're supposed to be in their locker. I know
Hmm.
they can have them at lunch, but they're also allowed to leave the school area at lunch.
Right. Same.
So, like, they're driving and things like that. I'm totally fine with that. But I also know, like, I realized how much I was texting my kids during a school day.
Mm, hmm.
Oops.
Right. Well,
I would
yeah.
never allow my dancers to have their phone in class and let their parents text them. It wrecks like their focus level, their thought process. Their brains are already like a ping pong ball game. why are we making this harder? And then I'm like, oh my God, I'm part of the problem.
We are. Yeah. Well, and my kids would text me all during the day, and I'm like, I am working. I
Mhm.
am trying to discipline a child for having
Yeah.
their phone out in class. And
Yeah.
here you are texting me. Why do you have your phone?
Yeah.
You, it's insane. So, but the funny thing is that, we really made these, especially middle schoolers, go cold turkey. Like
Yeah.
no phone, zero, not
Yeah.
even at lunch, not in between classes. Like, do not pull it out in the building
Yeah.
from the time you walk in the building until the time you walk out.
Hmm.
And they're so awkward. They don't know how to talk to each other. Like, it was a while before they could figure out, oh, how do I talk to you? Then
Hmm.
they would try to get on their Chromebooks at lunch and like try to type to each other. Why wouldn't you just have a conversation with the person across from
Yeah.
you? Or they wanted to play games on their Chromebooks. And I mean, they struggled with interpersonal communication.
Yeah.
It's wild. It is wild to
Yeah.
watch how, when you take that phone and that device away,
Hmm.
all of the typical signs of addiction and withdrawal that
Yes.
happens to these kids. And they have only had those, well, I would say they've only had those phones for a few years. That's probably not 100% true because some of them have probably had them since they were babies. But for a lot of middle schoolers, they've only had the phone for a year or two. Most parents aren't buying them in elementary school, but it is hard. It
Yeah.
is really hard.
Well, and they might have not had their own personal phone, but they would have had access to their parents' phone. Like,
Mhm.
how many times as a parent were you trying to have a conversation with somebody and your child's bugging you and you just pass them your phone or an iPad to just like, just a second? Like, I just need, because it's easy. And we're
Right.
not realizing what we're doing to their brain development. Or like you wouldn't pass them a bottle of alcohol
Nope.
or a slot machine or a
But
pack of cigarettes.
let's give them a phone,
Unless
which
they're
is just the
Popeyes, but I
opposite.
don't know if Popeye makes cigarettes anymore. But it's, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like we give our kids access to this and we know that like the studies are out, there's proof, we've tracked it. It's not good for them, but it's
Yeah.
easier for us.
Hmm. Yeah. And I think a lot of parents go into the phone conversation, go
Mm-hmm.
into the phone, giving the phone out of peer pressure because everybody has a phone.
Yeah.
Well, or there is that idea of the need for safety and to be able to get in touch with your child and to know where they are at all times.
Mm-hmm.
So there are great things about phones that
100%.
are wonderful. I mean, we're the feral generation that it was you come back when the streetlights come on.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea where you are, but we were also in a generation of anywhere you went within your town or your neighborhood, people had phone numbers. They were going to address you like you were their child.
Yeah.
It was a community that was raising all of us,
Yeah.
and so if your parent wasn't fully present or wasn't fully capable of doing those things, there was a wider community that
Yeah.
was going to parent you in some
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
And now we don't want to address other kids and we don't want to look at poor behavior or even ask, well, where are you? Do your parents know where you are? Do
Yeah.
you remember the commercials at 10 o'clock at night? It wasn't even a commercial. It was like on all of the
Mm-hmm.
regular TV stations. And it was like, it's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know our parents needed reminders that they had kids.
And it was 10 o'clock and we weren't home. Yes, that is what we were living in. And the fact that we are all here is a small miracle. But can you imagine now
We
not knowing where
no,
your kids were?
no.
And I mean, we have Life 360. We can track their every movement.
Yeah.
I get notifications when my kids leave school,
Mhm.
and I have texted my children and been like, "Excuse me, Why did you leave school? I just got a Life 360 notification that you have left school. Are you in the woods? Are you having sex? Are you smoking? What are you doing?"
Is that
And
what
they're
you
like,
send them?
"Yeah, oh yeah,
Oh my
100%."
God. I'm going to message your kids later. Be like,
Yes.
ah, your mom's funny.
No, 100% I sent them that message. And they're like, "Mom, I'm just in the science room. It's on the far end of school. And for some reason, Life
Oh,
360 thinks that that's not school." I was like, "Well, it shows you in the woods." And I send them a screenshot. They're like, "Oh my God, you're the worst." I was
but
like, "Well,
also they're realizing that mom knows where I am.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll
Yeah,
check in.
absolutely." But
Yeah.
you could sneak out. You could say you were going to your friend's house to sleep over, and then you either A, don't go there, or B, if you knew your mom was going to call and check in, you go there and then you sneak out of their house because it was easier. And then you went to the party. And mom still had no idea as long as you didn't get caught.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
not, I mean, our kids can't do that.
No. Thank God.
I know.
What were we thinking?
Oh, the stories I could tell of things that
Don't,
sorry, mom. Yeah, I'm not telling, but
don't keep
of
those.
things that I know happened to people who made those life choices, right? And um yeah, the situations they put themselves in, as an adult now looking back, I'm like, "Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
it is kind of nice that our kids can't do that because we have phones."
It, it it is, but there's such a trade-off. And I feel like when we grew up too, there wasn't as many public dangers because everybody was watching. Like
Mm,
if you were out with your friends' parents were watching or the neighbors were watching, and everybody had good intentions. We no longer live in a society where everybody has good intentions.
mm-mm.
So I do think we need to watch our kids, but there's a trade-off for it.
Yes.
And I don't know that it's necessarily what's best for our kids. And
Mm-mm.
then let's get into a little bit too of like the whole like social media mirage and comparison,
Mm-hmm.
especially with girls.
Mm-hmm.
um I was watching a um I don't know what you'd call it. It was a couple guys talking about the effects on like social media on different types of people, and they said Instagram is actually the worst platform for girls
Mm.
because of
Because
the comparison
mm,
and um how like the amount of sexualization of young kids is
hmm
done on there. And I mean, as a dance studio owner, I know you and I have talked about this a whole lot, is like, where is that line of letting them explore their sensuality as they get older and stopping it before it ends up being sexualized behavior in choreography?
hmm
Right. And but that's what's on TikTok. That's what's trending. That's what they're seeing as the influencers. But it's like these influencers make money off of these kids that they have no obligation or responsibility to.
correct.
And I'm like, I try real hard to make sure that my children, but also my dancers understand that. Like they don't care. They just need you to engage in their content. That's how they earn money.
Right. And the more attention seeking and, shocking it is, the more attention and likes and hits and views they're going to get,
Yes.
which then pays them more. Like it's
Yeah.
all a algorithm that pushes that stuff out. Um, I mean, in Snapchat, so I'm going to go into
Oof.
teacher administrator mode
Yeah. Let's do it.
here.
Do it.
All right. Snapchat is by far, I would say Snapchat by far is the worst because things disappear.
Mm-hmm.
Your kids are more likely to talk to strangers because they can put that little whatever bitmoji on there that looks not threatening. And they are more likely, I mean, this research based, to be sent nudes on Snapchat.
Yeah.
We had just had the talk a couple of weeks ago. How would you like to have to explain why they're getting sent
Yeah.
all the things? Um, and it has that map and location, which now Instagram is doing. Instagram has it where you have to opt in. Snapchat, you have to opt out.
Out. Yeah.
And so anybody who your child talks to now knows where they are. They
Mhm.
know where their school is. They know where their dance studio is. They know where your house is. They know where grandma's house is. I mean, they can find your kid anywhere. Like it is the absolute worst.
Well, and
Uh,
if they want to track a schedule to do harm,
correct.
all the information is there. It's so easy.
Well, and the human trafficking. I mean, it is,
Yeah.
we have to have human trafficking lessons in middle school
Yeah.
because it is so prevalent. And, it's not the scary murder van, white, work van that we were
No.
all afraid of with the guy asking you, do you want to see my puppy or do you want a piece of candy? I mean, these people are, I mean, they may be in the scary white murder van, but they are calculated
Yeah.
and they are there's a ring of them. It's not just that weird, creepy guy that's coming after kids. I mean, it is a business and it's prevalent.
Yeah.
And they find kids on social media.
And they're not dumb criminals. These are like
Yep.
strategic, it's well planned out. Like,
Yep. Yeah, they can find them. I mean, and then, Instagram, I agree. It is the worst for girls with all of the pictures and the constant comparison. Kids really aren't on Facebook. That's for us old people. That's fine.
that's why I
We
love
need
my
our own,
Facebook.
right? We need our own platform. Thank you. That leave that for the Gen X. Thanks. And then there's the boomers that are on there. My mom's on there. And we just it's
Mhm.
fine. They try really hard. Um,
I love it. My cousin was recently remembering her dad. Like my uncle passed away last year, and she was making jokes about his posts and how he always loved
Mhm.
a good minion joke. And some of the things he posted, she was like, "Oh, you are not my father." Like, it's awesome. I love it when people
It
get
either,
on here that don't understand the platform. And then I'm
yeah,
like, we were talking about it. I'm like, oh my God, I'm already there. Like in the studio, I'm asking the kids how to, like, my Spotify's not working right. And they just come over and boop, 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 and it's done. Like they fix it for me. And I'm like, I'm becoming that old person. And I think I'm pretty good with tech. It's
I
like,
know.
oh, don't
That
get
whole
too cocky.
graying
Cause
out your screen thing, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna need a tutorial. Can somebody show me like
yeah,
can somebody make me a Loom video on that and how that works?
yeah.
Yeah, I know. Poor Facebook. Boomers on Facebook, it turns into like their own personal diary. Or they get so caught up in all the fake news and all the AI stuff, and
Oh
then they'll
yeah.
send it to you and share it to you, and you're like, no, no,
No,
that
it's okay.
didn't actually happen. Um, you
Yeah.
know, and so, but think about it. If our kids' grandparents are being duped by what's on Facebook
Yeah.
and what's on technology, and they have 60, 70 years of existence and wisdom and maturity underneath them, what do you think is happening
Yeah.
with these little 10 and 12-year-olds and
Hmm?
who should not even be on social media because it is age 13?
Yeah.
But either you don't have restrictions on those phones and on the apps that they have, or you've allowed them to lie and have given them those things. And don't give me
Or
the like, you're doing a, we have their profession. This is what drives me nuts with dance moms. Sorry, dance moms. I love you. I really do. But this drives me crazy with you. We're doing their, they have an Instagram, but it's their professional Instagram of their dance stuff. hmm nobody in the professional dance world, I will say it again, nobody in the professional dance world cares what your 10-year-old is doing for their solo. They are not going to go back and look at that as their resume. They are not going to sit there and look at the pictures that you had some clothing company take of them while they modeled their clothing for free, unpaid, and posted your child's pictures all over the place in a crop top and booty shorts.
Professional means you're getting paid to do the work. Full stop.
And unless you have an agent and they are being your representative and you are paying them to be the agent, it is not a professional Instagram.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry. I love you all. Stop posting your kids in crop tops and booty shorts, doing crotch shot poses and all this other
Mm,
nonsense
yeah.
and putting it out there on Instagram and saying and making it a page with their name on it.
Yeah.
You are opening the door for all kinds of yucky people.
Yeah. It
The
needed
end.
to be said.
Yep. There we go.
Um, I will say too, like back on the social media platforms, some platforms are better than others just because they do make you verify
Hmm.
age, who you are, things like that. So, like, as a parent, look into those things too. But I also think we need to be constant in our education with the kids on how to use social media because while, yes, you might feel pressure to buy your child a phone sooner than you would normally do, if you do make that choice, it's still our responsibility to monitor what our kids are doing and to check up that they're being honest about it. And this is where, like, I love my children dearly. And I do think that the majority of the time they are honest with me, but they will lie to get themselves out of trouble.
Oh, 100%.
And our rule was like for in our household, our kids got their cell phones when they went to the junior, senior high school. Um, Largely because I wasn't always home after work.
Hmm.
And we live out of town. Like if the bus didn't run, they needed a way to get a hold of us, like things like that. But they had to pay half of what we would pay half of what the bill should cost, and they paid everything else. So if they went over on data, looks like you need to work extra this month to make up for that. Because we wanted to teach them like you don't actually have a right to a cell phone. You have
Hmm.
a privilege to a cell phone. We are willing to help you to have that because yes, all your friends are on it. And so it is a way for them, or sometimes the only way for them to socialize
Yep.
outside of school because now landlines are kind of gone.
Yep.
But because of our financial investment, it was clearly like put down when I ask for your cell phone, you hand it to me opened. And I get to go through it and read your chats and do whatever I feel I need to do. And there's not going to be a conversation about it. You're not to stand there and pout and get mad and say this is unfair. I am paying for this. You can't afford it without me. Therefore, it is partly my property. You are personally my responsibility, and I will do whatever it takes.
Yep.
And I don't care if you
Yep.
like it or not. But I've had a lot of conversations with um like parents. And I remember one mom from the studio, and she came to me because she was concerned about her daughter because she was having some changes in behavior. And rightfully so. She should have been concerned with what was going on. And I said, well, have you checked her phone? And she goes, I can't do that. And I said, well, why not? And
Absolutely, you can't.
she goes, I'll lose her trust. And I'm like, oh, you, and I just remember being like really shocked in that
Mhm.
moment because I'm like, why does she like this is going to come out sounding wrong. Why does she need to trust you? You need to trust her at the
Right.
age she is, with the circle she's traveling with the things that she's doing. Um, what she needs to trust in a like, or this is my opinion, what a child needs to trust in a parent is that they know that they'll be there no matter what,
Right.
good times and bad times. And they're not afraid to call you out on your crap when you're breaking the family rules.
Absolutely. I mean, your
But
job as a parent is to feed them, to clothe them, to shelter them, to raise them into good humans.
yeah,
That trust you have earned more across their entire life. You have gotten them to the age of, I don't know, whatever age you've decided that they get a cell phone. You've earned that trust.
yeah,
They need to earn your
your
trust
trust.
by showing that they can make good
Mhm.
decisions, good life choices with the things that they have been privileged to have. A phone is not a right, it is a privilege. Always had that conversation with our kids, and
Yeah,
they didn't get it until middle school. And
yeah,
again, because that was the age where they would start to stay after for after school activities. They would have, all the different things where we weren't always with them and they needed to be able to get in touch with us. And my children were not allowed to have social media until they were 15.
yeah.
Hard stop. And even at 15, it was, well, I need to, one, if your grades are good and I can see that you have been a kind human being and you're not in drama and I'm not dealing with nonsense on a interpersonal level
Hmm.
with you and friends and in your social circles, then we can try to have the social media
Yeah,
where you have a little more freedom. However, you continue to be kind and respectful, and we don't just comment ugly things, but we don't become keyboard
yeah.
warriors. You treat people on social media the way that you would treat them in person. Do not
Yes.
say something to them on the line that you would not say to their face. And that
Yeah.
doesn't mean being sassy, because I also have the sassy child who, full fair, she is me, but I also would not type things. I mean, I think a lot of sassy things, but I don't say them to people out loud.
Yeah.
My face may say it, but my words don't. I'm still working on that face. It's really hard. But yeah, I mean, that was always our rule. And there, you can block certain apps. You can
Mhm.
set time limits on apps.
Yeah.
So when TikTok turned, well, okay, it wasn't TikTok, it was Musically back in the day where they could like make cute little videos singing to songs.
Oh,
Oh, it was precious,
musically.
right? Yeah, Musically. And it, right, and it was adorable. Well, that became TikTok.
Hmm.
I did not know this, and I was kind of shocked being a middle school teacher. But it became TikTok. And so I had allowed Musically, but it turned into TikTok. And so I
Yeah.
had to go in and I couldn't take it off of their phones because I'd already given permission to have it. But I
Mm.
could set that time limit to 1 minute per day. You've never seen some children scroll so fast on the TikTok when they only have 1 minute per day. Mom, I need this. I need to know the latest dance moves. That was Liam. And I was like, no, you don't. Or you better hope it shows up on your 1 minute and you learn it real fast. Because
Liam, your mom owns a dance studio. Just go to class, dude.
right.
Sorry,
You'll be
buddy.
fine. Yeah, yeah, we're fine anyway. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean you can absolutely do that. You can limit their contacts. There's so much that's in there. You just need to reach out. And the perfect people to reach out to are the teachers at school,
Yeah.
the
And
administrators.
props.
Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, because they will tell you,
Oh, yeah.
here's how you do it, and here's how you set up the parental restrictions. You
Mhm.
can limit it so they can't even do anything during school hours. It
Yeah.
doesn't even turn on until after school is over. There's so much you can do. You just have to be present, and it's hard.
Oh, well, it's one more thing to manage as a
Yeah,
parent.
yeah,
And we're already so worried about our kids and like all of the things that can get to them. But it really does, I think, come down to establishing that trust, putting your family's value stamp on it, like this is who we show up as. Um, this is what's not going to be accepted, and having the conversation before it's happened.
yep. And we sat there. The rule was their phones always had to have their passcode be what we set it as.
Hmm.
You could pick your kid's birthday. You could pick
Yeah.
your address. You can pick, I don't know, whatever you want it to be,
Yeah.
but something that you know. So at any point in time, I can open that phone. I will scroll through it. I will look and see what they've said.
Hmm.
You know, their text message is forwarded to your phone so you can see what they're texting back and forth. If there's enough worry of, not being kind and appropriate,
Yeah.
there, yeah, and I know it's a lot, but I, as an educator
Hmm.
who has done this for 25 years in the public school system, thousands and thousands of kids have come through my schools
Hmm.
over the years. The most anxiety, the kids that have the most mental health issues, the kids that are struggling, the kids that commit suicide because, friends, it
Hmm.
happens and it happens at an alarming rate
Yeah.
with adolescents and is happening younger and younger. And the biggest connection between all of it and 95% of the drama that happens with kids comes from phones.
Yeah.
Unmonitored phones, unmonitored social media.
Yeah.
You've got to do it to save your child's mental health and their life.
Yeah.
Like, I know that seems dramatic and oh my gosh, like, why would she go there? But it is the truth.
It is. I find too, like with my kids that come into the studio, and even like my kids' friends that come to the house, they're so happy to engage with you.
Oh, yes.
Like it's crazy to me the connection that in my eyes they are craving. They are craving real conversation. They are craving people that will just sit and listen to what they have to say and how their week went and their feelings on it and to have questions asked about it. Um, I've got a great group of intermediates at the studio, and I'm like, they're talking about boys in front of me. And I'm
Hmm.
like, oh, okay. Like, I think I'm in the inner circle here with these guys. And it's awesome because they're sharing, but I also know I've been doing it long enough. I'm the testing ground,
Hmm.
right? Like they'll say things to their hockey coach, their dance teacher, their soccer coach, whoever the other people are. We are testing grounds for what your kids are thinking and feeling and would love to talk to you about, but they're going to test the waters first.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I just again I think it's so important that we build these little communities within our community so that we've got more people looking after our kids that have eyes on them, ears on them, that are willing to pick up the phone and risk getting blasted just to say, I need to check in. Like, Susie's seeming off. Is everything okay?
Yeah. Well, and as adults, we're scared to talk to each other now.
Oh, totally. Or to
And
be real honest, like if you have like something on your mind and just to say like, hey, like I look at a lot of the again community groups, the amount of anonymous posters.
oh, I hate anonymous.
I hate anonymous too.
Put your name on it. If you're going to put your name on it.
Yeah.
It,
But
oh,
is it because they don't have people in their life that they can take that to?
right.
Right? Like
Yeah, to be their sounding board, to be their, well, and sometimes I think, hurt people hurt people.
100%.
And so a lot of people who get online don't have people to talk to,
Mm-hmm.
don't have people, have a lot going on in their world. And rather than lashing out, and then they understand what's inappropriate, but online is like the wild, wild west. It's a free for all. And especially if you can post anonymously.
Yeah.
And I think that makes it, that space where people think they can just say whatever they want to say and there are no consequences.
Well, and
And
somebody will agree with you,
right.
but I just look at it in the way that the people I want to agree with me are the people that know me, love me, know my heart and what I hold near and dear. I don't need a random stranger that knows nothing about me other than the little bit I posted as anonymous to say, yeah, you're 100% right, and fortify my thought process. And it's like,
Mhm.
I'd rather have a great debate with somebody that has my best interests at heart than not be challenged and just agreed with so that I can be right all the time.
Well,
That's not growth.
they're looking for that connection with somebody and
Yeah.
looking for a community that, is like-minded, and they're trying to find it online, which is not great. So let's shift to things that we can do to build connection with our kids because it is so important. It is, if you have ever sat and talked with kids, their eyes light up when you give them attention
Yeah.
or you take the time to put your phone down and listen to what they have to say. I love it when the kids come over to the house. I love it when we get time to,
Mm-hmm.
just talk
Yeah.
and to hear what they think because they're pretty awesome. I mean, they have some great thoughts. I know they don't always make the best life choices and sometimes they say really stupid stuff, but sometimes they say really smart stuff too. And
Oh, yeah.
they they are pretty awesome people. So,
Yeah.
things that you can do because it's hard. I mean, we're all tied to our phones. We know this. We're tied to those watches. We're tied to the notifications that pop up in the car and everywhere. I mean, you can't get away from it. The only from it is when you don't do the international data plan or you go on a cruise. And that's the best. When you can go on the cruise and be like, I'm not getting the internet plan
Right.
and you are phone free for how many days? Oh, so good. But, you can stack phones in the middle of the table at dinner.
Yep. I love that. Or like basket at the door.
Yep. Like deposit the phone. We do that at school. I mean, that's kind of been the new thing is you have either the phone cubbies or you get the shoe holder and
Yeah.
everybody puts you don't need that at your house. I mean, unless you have 30 people living in your house and God bless you. But
Mm-hmm.
maybe I don't know. In this economy, you might need to
Yeah.
start adding some people. But you put it in the shoe holder and the phone stays there and you put it screen side to the wall so you don't see it constantly flashing
Yeah.
at you.
Love that.
Um, yeah, that's a good one.
Gray screen the screen makes it less attractive.
Got to figure out how to do that. That's
I'm
so
gonna
fun.
I'll talk to Charlie and find out because I thought it
Yeah.
was brilliant. And then, like you said, there are apps you can set for different
Hmm.
platforms on your phone that you can set timers on.
Yep.
Um, I think checking your cell phone to see what your screen time was each week or each day and
Yes.
set goals. Like just set little milestone goals. Today I want to hit this instead, or I want to be down to this by this time.
Yep.
And track how much more productive you become in your day.
I mean, and like I shared before, putting that you can set time limits not just on your kids' apps, but you can set time limits on your own apps, and you
Yeah.
have to make the conscious decision to not follow the time limit, right? To
Mm-hmm.
ignore it for whenever. Red light, real talk, car rule. If you're still driving your kids around, every time you hit a red light, you got to have a real talk. Somebody's got to share something.
Yeah.
It'll be silly at first, but then they're going to kind of look forward to that, especially if they have something to share and you are able to give them their full attention because you're not on your phone.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You're not on your
We we actually bought like it's a little card game and it gives different talking points.
Hmm.
It's just like questions for like family night. So it's really cool. Like it talks about, what would be your dream travel vacation spot? Where would you like to see before you die? Like it talks about bucket list things and like the best adventure you've ever had, but it gets you talking if people struggle with it. And then
Yeah.
the questions just naturally come. And I feel like people, like, we had a lot of fun when we pulled it out, but also board games. Like, our family loves cards, board
Mhm.
games, um, card games. I said card games. I was trying to think of what the other one. It has the little pins that go around. I can't
I don't know. Yeah, we love playing cards, and that's our rule is that there's no phones at the table.
remember.
Cards. And that's probably one of my kids' favorite things is that when we would go to the beach with our friends, every evening we would sit and play cards.
Hmm.
And it was phone-free time.
Hmm.
Everybody's playing. We are all talking. There might be some cursing happening because some people cheat. It's very competitive. It gets very tense.
Hmm.
Cards get thrown, but it's yeah, it's a high stakes card game with the candy and the cookies. But the kids, they look forward to being able to be old enough to play, and they love
Yeah.
that time.
Yeah.
Um, Nighttime tuck-ins with zero screens. I know some friends who
Hmm.
phones never go up to the bedroom ever. So
Yeah.
they have to plug the phone in downstairs and leave it on the counter.
Yeah.
Um, and that's a great way, especially if you have a kid who is super addicted to their phone, buy them the old school alarm clock, and then the phone stays on the counter downstairs.
Yeah.
And, maybe you need that as well. I could probably use that. Setting your timer to go off at, your bedtime's 9 o'clock, your phone goes
Mhm.
to silent and to sleep at 8:15, and you have that 45 minutes of downtime where you're
Mhm.
not getting notifications and see how less likely you are to jump on that.
Well, and I think it's important to prioritize a time each day where
Hmm.
you are device free, just to let your brain settle, to let thoughts come. Like
Yeah.
the longer I'm away from my cell phone, the higher my creativity goes.
Yes.
Like I know it to be true. Um, and so I just think it's so important that it's space in a day that we prioritize. It's super easy to do, it's super hard to implement.
Right. It's hard to be consistent with it. And
Hmm.
it's very easy to make all the excuses, but even 10 phone-free minutes feels like a vacation. Short one, but with man, no margaritas. Sad. But, you can build it from 10 to 20 to 30 to whatever you need to have that conversation with your kids, with your spouse, with, you know,
Yeah.
anybody. Um, I mean, we're not saying that they're devices of evil. They're great. I mean, Facebook has kept us in touch with family that doesn't live near us, and
It's how
we're
we became so close as
it
friends,
right. It's
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
We never would have known each other without it, and
Yeah.
and wouldn't be able to keep in touch. So, technology can be fantastic. TikTok and YouTube has probably not so much YouTube, but TikTok has really reignited people's love for dance and got people dancing again. Like, how
Yeah.
awesome is that?
Yeah.
Trying to do all these little viral dances.
Hmm.
We take all our photos on our phones now, and you're able to do so much with it that we couldn't do when you had to go take it to the, 24-hour photo printing place and hope that the creepy old photo guy was looking at your selfies with a
Right.
disposable camera. Oh, the
Oh my
days.
gosh.
It was never just kept on your phone.
Yeah.
Somebody always saw it. But it can be great, but we just have to be intentional with how we use it.
I think a great way to look at it too is in your last moments on this earth, are you going to regret not watching that last panda reel? I love the
Mm.
pandas. I'm sorry. I
Oh, I do.
I love the pandas. But am I going to be thinking about that, or am I going to be thinking about the times that I spent with my family and my kids? What's going to matter more? And then live that life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And being present. This time with your kids goes by so fast.
Yeah.
I mean, Patty and I can tell you, you blink and they're grown. And so don't miss those moments because you are attached to your screen.
Yeah.
And moms, don't miss those moments because you're always the one taking the pictures.
Yeah. Get in one.
Get in them. I don't care if your hair's done. I don't care if you've gone to the hairstylist and you got the gray hair, you don't have the makeup on. Your kids want documentation of you in their life too.
Yeah.
And so get in there and take the pictures with them and, you know, and be present. Don't
Yeah.
wait to go back and look at what and who your kids were on your phone later.
Yeah. Should we finish with a challenge?
Yes, I love challenges.
So, why don't we get people to share what their screen-free ritual is?
Well, I love it.
Yeah?
And tag us and No Bras Required
Yeah.
pod and let us know, what do you do to be off that? What tricks and tips do you have? And let's build that community of here's our toolbox of ways
Mhm.
that we can be off the phones,
Yeah.
screen free. And then if you want to share stories of things that have happened, that's awesome because we love to hear from you and we love to hear how you all connect with the pod and with us and what we do.
And just remember, the goal isn't no screens. It's just more presence.
Right. More connection, interpersonal connection.
Interpersonal connection.
All right, friends. Well, this was a fun one. Patty,
Yeah.
I didn't know that we'd have so much to talk about, and then we just start talking, and here we go.
I know.
But it was a good one. It was a really good one.
That's us.
I know. We have a lot to say, friends. If you haven't noticed, Patty and I have a lot of advice to give. And since we can't be the old ladies on the rocking chairs on the front porch, we just do it through.
Yet.
Yeah.
Yet.
Yet.
It's
That's
still
right.
in the retirement dreams.
But warm, below the Mason-Dixon line. I don't do cold.
We're going to run that nursing home.
Yeah, we are.
Mhm.
All right. Well, check us out next week on No Bras Required, where we talk about everything from diapers to death. We can talk about the serious things and walk each other home from diapers to death and all the things that come in between, but also to bring the humor and our crazy squirrel moments and all of our funny stories that we've lived from parenting to entrepreneurship to just being us and the adventures that we come up with. But we want to build a community and be those people to give you some sound advice that, you know, maybe makes you giggle a little bit every once in a while.
So thank you for tuning in. Subscribe, share with your favorite hot mess mom friends, and give us a follow on Instagram at No Bras Required Pod.
Every week, we'll drop a new episode tackling everything from marriage and mom guilt to leadership and loss with humor, heart, and maybe a little tequila or wine. So bring your favorite drink and join us every week.